there's two of us. I don't know who the other one is, but hello. We'll give her some time. Hang out for a little bit. Hello, Cindy Lee. Are you? I think we were the only 2, 3. Hey, Hawk Paranormal. Thanks for coming. How you doing? It's just me tonight. Probably tomorrow night, too. And then Gemma will be on Friday, I believe, for Oracles. Smoochie, Miss Mishaven. So, yeah, Friday night at 7:15. But thank you for stopping in. I'm glad everybody's popping in now. Yeah, you're welcome. We love having new people. Like I said, come back Friday and you'll see Gemma do her thing, her impressive thing. She does well too. Kind of scary sometimes. Hey, Roger Blair, how you doing, sir? What's up? Let everybody come in and say their hellos. I figured we'd just talk about paranormal stuff tonight, anything. I was going to talk about a dream I talked about earlier today with Gemma. It was a pretty good show this afternoon. It's kind of slow, but they got to kicking. Once you get her going. So how is everybody doing tonight? Anything special? I know Mike was on earlier, Mr. Long Island. Saw some of that for his premiere. And I hope everybody is having a good evening. We'll see how it rocks. Always try to give everybody time to come in. I'm not the rambler that Gemma is, but yeah, the show. Yeah, I saw you in there. And like I said, we were on this afternoon. I always enjoy my time with her. She's a busy lady, so when we talk during the day, it's quick conversations. And I hope everybody is good. I'm going to say that about 20 times until we get a good room going. I don't expect a whole lot tonight. It's a Wednesday, 10 o'clock. I don't know who else is. Hey, how old are you? Forgive me. Hey, Iron Dogger, how you doing? Yeah, I think I still have a hard time. I kind of miss the Wednesday night Oracle, but it's got to be what it is right now. And tonight, and I remember this week, it's, hey, Mr. Snyder. I have a hard time saying your first name, and I don't know why. So I'm just going to call you Mr. Snyder, right? Mr. or Snyder's phone. But this week is Friday at Oracle, and then Saturday the following after that, I believe. I'm not sure. It's okay. Yeah, well, I don't talk to Beth sometimes. That's why I'm surprised I last as long as I do doing this. We basically just take this time to talk whatever we want to, pretty much anything we want to. Try to stick to the paranormal stuff and just everyday conversation. Have a little fun. Kind of give it, take a break. I try not to talk too much about politics here because a lot going on. And religion, I don't mind once in a while, just as long as we keep it simple. We don't want to get Gemma in trouble. I've already had a couple incidents. I don't know if they're still doing it or not. She hasn't said anything, so. Hey, Mr. Hilton, how you doing? From down under. Chris, how you doing, bud? How you doing down in Cincy there? I haven't talked for a while. Who should? I hope everything's good, sir. I haven't really got a chance to say anything to you when you can come in, so she gets you going. I just try to keep up with her. I'm glad people coming in. Yeah, I talked about a dream earlier. I figured I'd talk to you on that a little bit and let people kind of get an idea what's going on, those who didn't know anything about this lady in the light that I talk about. Oh, you got thunderstorms going through right now? We haven't gotten nothing yet. It did get cloudy, started getting cloudy here about 6, just before dark, the clouds started rolling. But it hasn't done anything yet. Now, we're talking tomorrow and Friday for us, for some reason. So you're getting the stuff, I believe, is coming off the planes. So you probably get them pretty good tomorrow, too, I believe, right? I can always break out the old radar. Hey, Rob, how you doing? Wanted to drop by and say hey, best buddy. Hope you have a great weekend. I'm going to try. Remember, Gemma's on Friday. Leave my support. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. We have these now. Da-da, da-da. Everybody was playing with them. They did this once before, and then they disappeared. Saturday, according to the internet, I'll have to look again. I've been watching the weather guys. I'm sure you watch them too. So they were. I've heard 3 different reports: us, then you, then us. But apparently, you're getting it now. So we haven't had anything. Thanks, Ralph, for coming in. I do appreciate it, my good man. Anybody else getting weather right now? How's Hawaii? I should ask. And Australia, this is winter for you guys, or you're kind of going into your winter phase, right? No, wait. You're going into your summer now. We're going into it. Everybody ready for the eclipse? Saturday night, we got Friday the 13th and eclipse Saturday, starting at 9. But we won't see much of it. Not this one. If you get a good telescope, you might see a good portion of it. But you're looking. You must be. It can't rain. I shaved a little bit. I shave right before winter, and then I'll just let it all grow out again and let it get nice. Thou shall not shape that beard, so I just let it go. Been waiting for 12 hours here. Wow, really smoochy. Oh, you guys are getting it right now. You are. Hey, Russell, how you doing? Yeah, I've noticed South is getting it pretty good. I know Florida's going to get it really good. Yeah, you're going to have enough moisture to do it. Oh, no doubt. I do miss going down to Chillicothe, where the old man hunt for mushrooms, stewing mushrooms. I would look for salamanders and newts. I got bit by a copperhead once. That was somebody had a snake. Well, the uncle carries a snake kit. But I should have known better. Flipping rocks over. Yeah, I think everybody's going to get some kind of. Well, a lot of people are actually getting pretty decent weather. So it's nice and cool. I will say that we're supposed to warm up a little bit, and then we drop back down again next week. Raymond, how you doing? Glad you stopped it. So, anything weird for happened to anybody lately? Any good sightings? I saw a couple today. I mean, not on YouTube. It was pretty rough. They acted pretty fast, so I got lucky. Yeah, I was sick for a couple days. But that's what I get for flipping logs looking for salamanders and newts. So. Yeah, Hilton, that's always good to see Hilton. Yeah, I was going to, what time we got here? I always try, like I said, try to give everybody some time to come in a little bit here. Give everybody the feeling. If you watched this afternoon, I brought up a lady in the light and a demon. I want to talk a little bit and give you a little back history on that. Some of you know it, some of you don't. It's so good to see everybody, man. Thanks for coming in. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, we used to catch baby copperheads in the spring in Covington. Oh, you found a timber rattler? Wow. Yeah, I have a friend that does. He owned a he owned a Komodo dragon down in Athens. They had to destroy it, but he got pretty big. He was like a dog, but you had to be careful, of course. Anyways, that's what he does. He catches venomous snakes and helps with the snake bite kits. You know, the antidotes or anti-poison, whatever you want to call it. I'm lost for words tonight. But yeah, he does that. He's pretty cool. You go down, he's got a garage full of snakes. It's wild. Man, it's great to see everybody. Get your hellos in. Yeah, I figured we'd just gab. Cupheads. Water moccasins. There's a lot of those around here. You got to be careful around here, especially around the lake. Not Lake Erie, but we have two dams here. Hey, Mark Webster, how you doing? That's cool. Great. Come in, have a seat. Got one? Drink it or smoke it. Empty them. Thank you. I'm more of a Venom guy. Oh, I'm not a big Marvel fan. I just have my characters. I'm more of a DC guy, but both of them kind of went to crap. You have to rely on the good old stuff now until somebody pulls their head out of their butt. Anybody seen any good movies lately? There's a lot of good. Anybody see that Nun movie or any of those movies? They were talking about that. Gemma was talking about what was it called? Yeti Massacre that she watched on Discovery. I'm going to have to make sure I watch that tonight after stream. I think I've seen it before, but I'm not sure. But I'm definitely going to watch it. That'll be a good one. Hey, New England, how you doing, bud? We're in the high desert. There you go. I want to see the new Exorcist 2. Now, when I was a kid and it came out, of course, it was rated R. And we only had a theater up the road here, and it was just a 2-movie theater, back in the day. And I snuck in and saw it. Man, I had nightmares for a couple of days, but it triggered something in me. Because that's one of the things I'd really studied and researched hard was demonology, angels, the whole kit and caboodle. Oh, the Conjure. Yeah, I've seen that one. I was all right. They could have stuck to the story a little better because it's a pretty good story. Watch the Exorcist, Believer, and Equalizer 3. Now, Equalizer 3, I hear is really good. Is Believer any good? Shadowbox? I don't know about Shadowbox. Pope's Exorcist was a good movie. I heard that's just a good popcorn movie. Now I've been wanting to see that. It's on streaming now, so I'll probably watch it. It was. Yeah, a lot of people told me to watch Equalizer 3. I think I'm going to do it. They're talking about making another Pitch Black movie, Riddick movie. But see, they've been on strike, so they're just now going to have to catch up. I haven't seen the new Exorcist. Man, there's nothing better than the original, though. The original, if you have no idea what you're going into, it's a movie worth watching. If you can find the director's cut, watch it instead. Oh, Shadowbox is free on the movie. Yeah. I always tell you about it, not a movie. No, the other day I've been watching, trying to catch up on the anime. I have been watching. Hold on, man, Luffy, the pirate movie. No, I can't think of the name. See, this is what happens when I'm on stream. I can't think of names. What the heck is that? One second. Me. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I guess I am an old man. The Shadow Box movies. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's what my son watches his on, is Shadow Box. He goes there and watches them. David, in our day, it was, oh, One Piece. I've been watching One Piece, catching up because everybody's already completed. I just started it. Entity was a badass. Oh, really? So what else did I watch? Has anybody seen the one? What's the name? Now see if I'm doing it again. About the Winnebago. Wendigo. Oh, Pet Cemetery Bloodlines. Was that any good? Pope's excellent. Yeah, the one with Kurt Russell. It just looks like that one looks like just a fun popcorn movie. So I like those movies. I want to, when I go see a movie just for fun, I just want to go and eat popcorn or whatever and just enjoy it. No. I think I've seen previews for the Entity. There's another one out. What was the other one that's coming out? We need some more science fiction. It was a prequel to the reboot. Okay. A prequel to the reboot. Okay, gotcha. Now, see, I like the Omen series. I usually watch those around Halloween. The original ones, of course. The new one wasn't bad. Ninja Scrolls is old, but yeah, and I remember Ninja Scrolls from the day. I always go back and watch a few of those. Like I still like Voltron. So when I came home from school, we right before I'd go out, because they always made us go out and play, but she always let me come in and watch. Speed Racer came on, and then Dark Shadows, and I'd watch those, go out, play for a while, come in. The Chucky series. Is the Chucky series any good? No, the movie the 3 Firewatch is coming out soon too. Okay. Transformers. I watched all the originals. Those to me are popcorn movies. They're not great movies. I mean, but I enjoy them. Hello, Mr. Excuse me, Mr. Halstead. I say it's Halsteader because I knew a Halsteader, but I know it's Halstead. Mama Cindy. Yes, I wasn't sure about the Chucky series. I really wasn't. I haven't checked it out yet. And my son keeps giving me a list to watch. It's like, come on, man. I got to take care of a 90-year-old man and run around with my head cut off sometimes. I like my comedies too. I like all movies. I love a good thriller, good action, of course. I love my cartoons. Oh yes, Transformers. But see, I always got mad because in the 80s, my kids had G.I. Joe and all those crazy stuff. Now, see, we had Hanna-Barbera when they were at their prime, Looney Tunes when they were at their prime. Fun horror fact, it took 126 takes before they got the "Here's Johnny" scene right in The Shining. Oh, I'm sure. I wouldn't doubt it. I bet he had a hard time with Jack. I've stood in front of that door. That hotel is awesome. I'd go back and back and back. We tried to, on our honeymoon. We tried to the ex when we went out for a honeymoon. She has grandparents out there that lives in Estes Park. He was a colonel. He helped rebuild their water plant. So everywhere you went, we had free food. It was awesome. I don't think we paid, but nothing but for souvenirs. But we spent the night in the haunted room, and the ex didn't believe in ghosts. I think she did after that because it got creepy. It got. I wish I had a recorder and everything because it got creepy. Scooby Doo. Oh yeah, I grew up on Scooby Doo. He was my fave. Him and Captain Caveman. Wacky Racers. Jabberjaw. I like Huckleberry Huckleberry Hound. So I liked all the classics. I was a big Bugs Bunny guy. Looney Tunes was my thing as a kid, though. I loved Wile E. Coyote, Roadrunner, the Jetsons, and the Flintstones. Of course, you got to talk about the classics. And then see, that's another thing. In the '80s, we got Batman the animated series, and I loved it. That was just, and then we got the Superman Avengers, and and then the Justice Leagues after that. I thought those were great. Yeah, he was kind of I guess they tortured poor Shelley Duvall to death in that during the making of that movie to keep her always scared and on edge. It was pretty mean. She talks very badly about that making of that movie. Puff was funny comedy with Another Night on Tubi. I watch a lot of Tubi because see, I used to love Full Moon Pictures. It's a movie company that made Subspecies, which I love. They made a new one, which is okay. He pretty much tells the story of his past. But yeah, they did a bunch of B movies back in the day. Now the newer ones are more goofy. They're trying for the B look. Yes, Thundar the Barbarian was a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Most of those kind of cartoons were. Johnny Quest. I love Johnny Quest. Was a great cartoon. Wonder Twins. Activate. Yeah. Wasn't a very good comic book character either. But yeah, they tried. That's like when they added Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo. That was their biggest mistake. And they still live it down. It's hard to believe that Scooby-Doo still goes as long as it has. I was 70s, 80s kid. Yeah. See, that's Thundercats. I was mostly 70s. It's a little bit of 60s. Like Adamant. I was just going to say Adamant. Was the dog. Oh my God. Now I did draw a blank though. Shoot, Super Hound or whatever it was. I mean, he even did a live action kind of a live action. Underdog. I loved Underdog too. Took me a minute. Now we're going to talk movies. That's what it's all about. Yeah, and cartoons. I was a big cartoon guy. Then I loved when they started doing the shows like Land of the Lost. What was the other? God, I was hooked. As a kid, I was hooked on Puff, Voltron, Star Blazer. Yeah, I remember all the. Speed Racer was the first thing I saw. That was the first one I remember. Then Voltron. Because I know certain local stations only carried certain cartoons. Because I would go down to my Chillicothe and see Star Blazers and some of the other ones that we didn't get up here. Ultraman. So I see we didn't get Ultraman up here. Now I knew other stations were showing it. Hey, Feisty Kitty, how do you do? Anybody remember Secret Squirrel? Yes. And Morocco Mole. Yeah, actually one of my oldest brothers was a big fan of Secret Squirrel. That's great. I love remembering this. Hong Kong Phooey, yes. Actually, I used to have a T-shirt around here somewhere. I think my son stole it. Spelt it wrong. You're close enough. You're close enough. I knew what you were saying. Yeah, Hong Kong Phooey, man. You're talking about the past. Those were the great tunes too. Good Saturday morning cartoons. I was so bummed. I watched them disappear from existence. That made me so mad. The Boondocks. Yeah, nah, I liked it a lot. It was good. It was a good cartoon. That's like Samurai Jack, um, and all them. Samurai Jack, that one Primal. That's a great cartoon too. And they don't even speak in it. It's just so cool. It's so well done. Every so often, Adult Swim gets one right. I love Toonami too. I remember Toonami. I have a Toonami bag. We did like a little tour circuit, and they had games that you would play and win tokens, and you could go trade them in. I got a watch, which is put away. A duffel bag. It literally was perfect for a laptop or a PlayStation 2. Yeah, all those were based on. A lot of those were based on Japanese cartoons. They just Americanized it. Yeah. Billy and Mandy. I had a thing for what was the one about the orphan monsters? Now, see, I love Imaginary Home for Monsters, or Home for the Imaginary Monster, something like that. I love that one too. I hate to say it, but I get a giggle out of Gumball. But some of this new stuff, it just bums me out. And you got to stick with the classics too. Simpsons, they've been around. The Fosters. There you go. Yeah, Adult Swim used to kick real good butt, and I miss Toonami. Now I know they still show it, but man, in the day Toonami was kicking. That's when I introduced my kids to Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball. Now, see, we got Dragon Ball up here for a very short time when it first got here. Mr. Rogers. We used to have, I don't know if any of you remember Lucy's Toy Shop. I know it was a local thing. And then we had Flip of the Clown on in the afternoon. He showed movies. And then Fritz the Night Owl at midnight. Awkward Teen. Yeah, I was kind of a fan. Sometimes it was hilarious, though, I got to admit. Night, lunch break over, back to work. Have a good one, Hilton. You take care. Don't work too hard. Futurama. Now, see, yeah, I saw that on Hulu. See, I like Bob's Burgers. You know, the producer's name is Stephen Davis. Cracks me up. Squillbillies was funny. Yeah, it was funny. Bones of the Clown. Yeah, I remember. I don't remember Bones of the Clown. That was pretty much coming to an end when I was just little. We had, Captain Kangaroo. Those remember Captain Kangaroo. The Electric Company. I'm old shit. Yeah, I do. Yeah, it was. My mom would rather have us watch Captain Kangaroo than Sesame Street. She wasn't a big fan of Sesame Street. Now it kind of would want my kid watch Sesame Street now. You won't. Don't. If you can get away with it, don't. Yeah, but old people. See, I remember watching Batman, and then after Batman was the Green Hornet. That's what we need now is a good Green Hornet cartoon. Now, the Green Hornet movie could have been a lot better because the Green Hornet as a comic book and a radio show was pretty awesome. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood was always fun. The Muppet Show was awesome. That was one thing. And that's about the time I liked it because Muppet Show started coming around just as Sesame started going down street. I'm sorry, but it's too woke now. If I offend anybody, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't let my kids watch Sesame Street now. Yeah, the Muppet Show was awesome. I know what you meant, Shaw. The Muppet Shaw. I have a shawl made of Muppets. Elmo and Miss Piggy. I love the old men. To me, the two old guys sitting in the balcony made that show. Plus, they have great guests on too. You're right. It's Ray woke. I don't want to offend anybody, but no, I probably wouldn't let my kids watch. In fact, as my kids were growing up, I wouldn't let them watch Wall Street. It was going downhill then too, and that's about the time Electric Company disappeared too. Now, see, I remember watching Electric Company. That's because they had Spider-Man on. Excuse me, my drink kind of gave me the burpees. Yeah, there's some of those shows now I just bum out. Josie and the Pussycats. Have you ever seen the movie? My ex-wife used to love that movie. I'm like, it's all right. She is. They are cute though. But nope. Dude, talking about Hee Haw. Now, the funny thing is, I remember Saturday and Sunday nights. Saturday night it was Hee Haw, 7 to 8. Sunday nights it was Lawrence Welk show. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Gotta say hi. Lawrence Welk, yeah, the Bubble Machine, man. You know, my mom taught us all us boys, how to dance to that show. My younger brother used to cry to watch Josie and the Pussycats. Yeah, a lot of little kids had a crush on them. Good night, Mark. You have a wonderful day tomorrow. Rest well, my friend. Hey, Vixen Doe, how are you? My grandmother loved Lawrence Welk. Yeah, and they also would watch the Gunther Hour. Is it with the singing the Gunther? Is it Gunther family? The brothers. Yes, Mark. You have a wonderful night. Have a good day tomorrow. But yeah, they'd watch all that stuff. Hee-haw, yeah. I watched Hee Haw just because of the women. I didn't mind sitting and watching it because it's a hot little country girls. I hate to say it, but and I did love the music. Some of that stuff is still cream stuff. That was country music. No offense, folks, but that was country music. But see, I was also raised on bluegrass. Um, on my mom's side of the family, my grandpa Griffey used to play bluegrass down in Kentucky and Tennessee and play with people that used to come up through here. Um, Played with Ernest Tubbs. Oh man, my brother's got all of his instruments. Hey, Black Dragon, Simplify, man. Yeah, I love bluegrass. Yeah, that was probably the first thing I heard as a child was a lot of bluegrass, then country. Then mom was into big bands. Um, she was into everything, but the things with the big bands, musicals, once well, uh, the beginning of rock and roll. My dad was kind of a rockabilly. He wouldn't admit it, but he is. I saw a picture of him. I'll have to find it and show it to you guys. He's standing in front of I think a 1943 Chevy, something like that. His pants, he's got his tight jean pants on with the cuffs rolled up. He's got his white T-shirt with the T-shirt all rolled up on the sleeves. No cigar, no pack of smokes, but just had the hair all slicked back. I was like, damn, Dad. Hello, Barry Brownie. How are you doing tonight? Welcome. Long time no see. Usually see you rolling around chats. This is real country. What? I don't know if I want to click on. Hey, Bambi Smith, how you doing, hon? Are you hanging in there? You see now, and then when we got older, I have two older brothers raised in the 60s. So, and I was, introduced to rock and roll rather quickly. Always looking somewhere. Me too. I'm ghosting. That's one. I don't mind being a ghost, a real ghost once in a while. Yeah, good. Just hang tough. I mean, just hang tough. Stay steady. Yeah, I like the Lord too. A lot of channels I watch. Sometimes I don't I get all the channels I watch in. But see, I don't sleep sometimes at night, so I'm getting a little better now. I think it's because the age is finally kicking in. My body's finally wearing down. And damn Tourette's. Yes, sir. I got Tennessee Ernie Thorne. And, oh, really? Um, what was it? Yeah, my dad was a big Johnny Cash fan. You got to meet him a couple times. See, it was great, brother. Now, see, I got to meet Dimebags the night he died. Had a beer with him, in fact, and a couple shots. I walked right up to the place that happened. It was just right up the street. I bummed that night. That was a bad night. But that cop was there fast. Too late, not fast enough, but he at least stopped the guy. Yeah, there's all kinds of good people in here tonight. People from SOR that I remember from the past. Wow. Appreciate you guys stopping in. I really do. I was in the Army when that happened. Were you? Yeah, I was there at the Alarosa. They tore it down. It was haunted. Because of what happened, it was haunted. They had to tear it down. They building apartments there now. But yeah, I was there that night. I walked up. I was actually here. I was doing my divorce, and I walked up. So I'm going to go see Dimebag tonight. So I went up. I met Lenny there too. But those guys also sat at the bar and drank, and they bought beer and drinks for everybody all the time. So if you got there early enough and got to the bar, before they played, they would sit there and talk and buy shots. It's so good to see everybody. Man, those were the days, but that was a sad night. It happened so fast too. I mean, bam. And that bam is meant to be kind of serious. 16 tons, what do you get? You know who I haven't seen for a while? Is Andrew. Andrew, if you're listening, please let us know you're doing okay. I want that. Pull him up on Facebook and find out what's going on. Poor Tom. Every time a guitar stroke, Tom lost it. Risk. Yeah. Oh, we're just talking music. We were talking about cartoons just a little bit ago. Now we're talking about music. That's what it's about. Rambling. Oh, you did last couple of days. I had tickets for hold on. And the guy died of he died of AIDS, but pneumonia killed him. Oh my gosh. I got to think of the name. See, I get to thinking about something and I don't think of the name fast enough. I haven't seen Willie for a while either. No, I haven't. We're on a little earlier tonight than he's usually popping in. What about 12:30, 1 o'clock is when he pops in and says what he's got cooking. No, that was tragedy. You're referring to the house now. Yeah, that was at the Alarosa in Dime Bag. That was great. It would have been a great show. And I seen them there earlier, about 2 years before that. I went with a friend. We went and saw another great jam show. Yes, please hit the like and leave a comment. I mean, you don't have to hit the like. It'd be kind of nice if you would. Yeah, you better watch, Spammy. Take care of yourself. There was actually a picture I saw Willie. He was walking with somebody, said it was so nice to meet him, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't move around. I think the last time he toured with the Highwaymen, they had him sitting in a chair most of the time. He's another one you wonder how he lived so long. It's like I look at the Stones and it's like those guys should have been dead a long time ago. Because I'd be poisoning, posting videos again. She used to hang out on Gemma and Steve's. Oh, really? I kind of remember her. Oh man, get that potassium. Much. Yeah, I don't want to talk health. Actually, mine's good, except for the Tourette's. I'm almost done with the throat. I go back and get it checked. And if it's good, I'm good. And I'm just trying to get my voice back. Oh, really? Yeah. Excuse me, I get kind of fidgety. Um, we talked about some cool stuff today. Yeah, I'm kind of excited about Gemma's Black Eyed Kid book. We'll see how good it is. That's one of my favorite subjects too. She is being attacked during her sleep by a demonic thing. It's posted a grid asking, "Oh, really? Interesting. Is she still going by Blue Ivy? I'll have to look at it and see." I have to write that down. Let me write that down. Okay. Make sure I remember that. Just Ivy? It's not Blue Ivy, it's just Ivy now? Is that what you're saying? Okay. If it is, let me know, because if it's just Ivy, I want to make sure. I'll have to pull it up that way. Hey, Heather, Nikki, how you doing, hon? Glad you stopped in. Yeah, we're just gabbing. If you haven't been listening, we're just sitting here gabbing. That's what we try to make these nights for. I got a friend seen really in the government mule 4 nights ago. Really sounded good. Oh, really? Yeah, he's 90. He's the same age as my dad. Yeah, he's the same age as my dad. I've seen government mule. In fact, I took my kids. I won free tickets to a bunch of shows down at the Ohio Pavilion, and I took my kids to go see government mule. I'd never heard of them before, and I took them. They had a great time. Everybody freaked out. This guy brought his kid, and they actually let us go up front, up against the stage. Kids had a blast. Warren Haynes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd never heard of Government Mirror until I won those tickets, and I figured I had these two tickets. I had like one 4 shows of 4 different bands up there, and I had those. I had like 5 of those tickets, so I figured, well, I'll just take the kids. So I took the kids, and they had a fun time. They went to their first concert with me, more or less. I'm glad everybody's stopping in. Yeah, like I said, and they were great. I liked them. I think I actually won their CDs around. Yeah, I couldn't believe her. I mean, it was pretty bad because everybody's like, "You've never heard of government mural?" No, no. But it was a great show. I mean, I won free tickets, so I took the kids. I figured I can't be that bad. There you go. I'm not gonna try to read it, Dragon, because I don't. I, I'd screw it up. So good to see everybody. Everybody's awesome. Yeah, I actually like. We saw who else did we got? I got. There was a Pink Floyd tribute band that was one of the tickets that we won. Um, what's the one guy? This guy out of Cleveland, Wearfeather. Um, he was really good. He did a lot of old Genesis stuff and kind of 80s music. See who else? There was another one. Um, Eric Moore from the Gods used to live up the street from me on East Lincoln. If you remember the Gods, that was a band that basically was a one album wonder. I mean, they had other albums, but that was their big one. Here, Steven. Hey, spell that with a V, young man. Which one's that? Okay. I'm gonna tag that. Let me tag that. Okay. I didn't know what she looked like. Wow. Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Beautifully broken in my favorite government here. So okay. Yeah, see, like I said, I had one of the tickets, never heard of them. And I was happy to go. It was great. The kid, like I said, the kids had a blast. I mean, people literally freaked out that I had my kids with me, but it's not like a small bar, open amphitheater. You know, they can reverse it and open the back, and it could be an outdoor show, but it was inside, and everybody freaked out by my kids. The next thing I know, big old hole opened up, and everybody was telling us to go up front. They had a blast. My second oldest daughter, Samantha, they had her upstairs on the stage dancing and stuff. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I was really pleased. We used to go see this one rockabilly band, Southern Skid Row. They did a song I loved called Dirt Track Race, Dirt Track Racing. They were not really local, but they had done some movie stuff, something like that. They friends of mine knew one of them, always made me go. He did a song called Banana Pudding at a show. And next thing this girl comes walking up to me with a big bowl of banana pudding and the big beehive hairstyle and fed me a banana pudding. I was laughing so hard I almost spit it out. So what's going on, all you people? Anything exciting? Anything you want to talk about? I really don't want to talk about the craziness going on over on the other side of the world. It's going to get crazier. That's all I can say. It's going to get a lot crazier. This is only the beginning. People better learn how to start bartering too. They go to digital because that's coming. They're going to bring in everything at us at once. That's a little politics for the night. Got quiet, folks. Let's get talking. I'm just kidding. Somebody say something. We're talking about. I can talk about my getting ready for a rich walk on October. Oh, really? That's up north, isn't it? Yeah, you're up by you. Yeah. Wait a minute. Did you find? Are you settled in for your winter stay, Vixen? I take it you are, right? Or are you still out running around? I only bacon. Yeah. I just posted a meme that said a bacon sandwich. I want a bacon sandwich. It was like a stack of bacon like this. And they said, forget the bread. And it was just a pan of bacon that was like stacked perfectly like a square. But thanks for the video. I'll have to sit down and watch it, Chris. But yeah, yes, I'm set for winter. Nice and cozy. There you go. Now, will you take time to work on your your camper while you're settling in for the winter? I know a lot of people do. That's the best time to do any upgrades. Or I can't wait. I'm looking at him because if he goes, I'm gonna roam around for a while like I did when I was a kid. Every weekend we were out as soon as we all started to drive, getting ready to go clean. Oh, the grapestone's on my day off. Oh, there you go. What'd you do to do? No, that's nice to do that. We used to do stuff like that here at the cemetery. Now they have these guys that come out that are nicely well operated. They come out there and take power washers to them, clean them all up. There's a couple of the old ones in the back, way in the back, Civil War ones that they won't touch because they're too old. And I take real good care of that cemetery down here. Heck, I played in that cemetery ever since when I was a kid. Bacon, only bacon. They used to actually play Ghost in the Graveyard. I went to school with these kids that knew I lived over here, but they didn't know I lived that close to the cemetery. That lived on like the other side of the area. And they'd come over and go, "Want to go play Ghost in the Graveyard?" And it'd be like 8 o'clock at night. They'd freak out. No. Oh, come on. It's not scary. If you see something, Steve will let you know what it is. Yeah. I don't know, Ghost Dragon. It's getting sketchy for women travel. Yeah, it is. I was just going to say that. I figured you were carrying a piece or something because for a woman, yeah, traveling alone is probably a little risky. If I could, I'd find traveling companion. Then you might stumble across somebody who'll run around with you. You never know. Yeah, because I can imagine it's probably pretty scary out there. Yeah, if I even if I do it myself, I can guarantee you I'm gonna be loaded in that. There ain't nobody coming by with me without getting pewed. I used to do that, Heather. It's all in my family's cemetery. Some of the really? I'm afraid to touch them. Yeah, don't mess with the really old ones. It's a bummer to try to get them fixed. I do have a pew. That's for sure. Yeah, I bet you do. Hey, Mike, behold, thunder and lightning. I say thunder and lightning first because you hear it. I hear thunder before I see the light because my window's always down. It's down. A lot of times I don't see the light, but I do when a good storm's coming through. Just to watch the light show. I open both windows up so I can lay in bed, look out the windows and watch lightning. I should have said crack or boom, boom, out goes the lights. There's always a little lightning. Always a little. Yeah, I had a dream about thunder. In my dream I was talking about earlier. That at the end of it, there was 2 claps of thunder. And I was dreaming it. But they said they felt it. I woke up to everybody freaking out. And I was like, "Do you hear there's a sound like explosions?" And I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" But I felt them in my bones. Dad said the Dad and my son said that it shook the house twice. It was like, ooh. But I was dreaming. It was weird. Oh, Imagine Dragons is good. That's a good tune. That is a good tune. I like a couple of their stuff, a little bit of their stuff. I mean, there's some good new stuff out there. I'll listen to it as long as it's good. Usually when I'm in the car, to keep me calm from the craziness, I usually listen to classical. I just turn on that OSU's classical station. Because I'm literally like 15 minutes away from campus. I'm 15 minutes away from the horseshoe. Great guitar work, yeah. might have seen the Thunderbird in your dream. No, this dream was it was basically me watching. I have what they call a lady in the light that I see it. Hey Shelly, how you doing, hon? I have a what I call her lady in the light because I had a I I I don't know if you want to call it astral projecting. I have some conflicting people telling me different things, but I've done it ever since I was a kid because I rock in my sleep. I have Tourette's. And this lady in the light would come. It'd be like I'd be out in the, I like to imagine I go to a place that's around a bunch of mountains and it's like a field. And I go there to gather my thoughts in peace when I'm rocking 1,000 miles a minute in my bed. And one night this square opened up, big bright light, and a lady came through. All I could tell was a lady because she talked to me, but she kind of talked to me like a song, like she sung to me what she was telling me. It was weird, but it was bright. All I could see was robes, what looked like wings, but I'm sure they were only projecting what they wanted me to see. Hey, Lulu Bill, how are you doing? But the other night, in fact, this was just a couple nights ago, I had to get up and go to church. Well, a friend who's a pastor, Thomas, he preaches, and I'm not a big church goer. Outside's my church. When I go pray, I go out in the woods and pray under God's eye. And I had to go see him. It really, but I literally was watching this lady in the light arguing with this demon. And the demon kept saying he's not going to see his father's passing. And she kept yelling, you cannot make that judgment. And they were fighting. Then they started talking in this language I could not understand. Then all of a sudden I hear this voice say, enough. And a big thing of thunder. It just went boom. And they could just feel everybody vibrate. And this is in my dream. And then the voice said, be gone. And then another crack of thunder, or explosion, whatever it was. And next thing I know, I woke up sitting on the edge of my bed. Tears just rolling. And then my dad and my son come running in the door. Did you hear that? It freaked me out. But it was pretty tense. And the demon I've seen before, because it was a demon encounter I had over an apartment complex that is over that way. It was a pretty wild dream. It was very vivid. And that's the thing. I remember my dreams. But she comes to me. She guides me. Because, see, I don't know if a lot of you know this. So some of the new people here may not know this. I see the things that follow people. I've had a couple people call me a watcher or an observer. I'm more or less an observer. I don't know about a watcher. But I have an eye for detail, seeing stuff. Mark Halstead is one too, I think. You can see a detail. We see things. In my case, I see what follows people. Not everybody, but I see shadows that follow the people, things that follow people. I see that. Somebody's got an attachment. I see it. Sometimes I see it in video. Sometimes I see it in live streams. Sometimes I see it in pictures. Those are kind of off and on. But when I go out in the world, I'm like Gemma. Sometimes I have a hard time going out. She's gotten herself now. She can block it. I can't block it. I've tried. But this lady kind of guides me. And then I have two very close friends, Thomas, who's a preacher, and a friend named Patricia. She's like Gemma. She's a spiritualist. And they kind of help keep my sanity. And then you have Tourette's on top of that, because I'm always, going 1,000 miles a minute. I literally probably sleep an average 20, 25 hours a week, if I'm lucky. And I've been like this since I was 2 years old. But the lady in light comes to me, and she's telling me it all started a while back ago, probably about the time I met Gemma. Actually, it wasn't much after I met Gemma that this happened. It was pretty tense because I was having a lot of surgeries done on my throat and some other things. Dragon, I didn't see them around others, but I can sense their energies. Now, see, some people are like that. And I can tell. It's like I tell Gemma all the time, and she knows this. I see three types. What I call them categorized. I see sometimes spirits following people. That's your human entity. And then I also see the angelic and the demonic that follow people. And I see these things. I don't know what they are. I can't pick them up. After talking to Gemma and listening to her talk, I think maybe they are interdimensional beings. Maybe it's, I don't know. It's weird. I just can't pick up on them. Usually I can, when I see them, I can pick up on them. There's been a couple times I've had to approach people and say, hey, man, you got something bad with you. About a few weeks, about a month ago, maybe, I was in a carryout and this guy was standing behind me. I could smell the alcohol in his breath. And he was holding 2 bottles. I turned around and he's kind of mumbling to himself. So I turned around and said hi, tried to be nice. He just looked like he was having a bad time. And so I turned around and said hi, and I see this thing standing behind him, this big black shadow. And he smiled real good and goes, well, hi, how you doing? I go, how are you doing? Are you doing okay? And he goes, yeah, just a rough life. And this thing like reached around him and grabbed my arms for like a week. I had these 2 huge bruises. I immediately pulled away and he looked at me kind of funny. And I said, so you have a really good day. Please take care of yourself. And I left the building, went and sat in my car and watched him leave. And he walked around the building. And I watched that thing follow him. And the thing looked back. It saw me. It's one of the few times they actually see me. A lot of times I don't think they see me, seeing them. And as he walked around the corner, it disappeared. But yeah, and I usually don't have that kind of contact. So I've been seeing a lot of not good things lately. So I've been staying pretty close to the house. Things are getting tense. That's why I keep telling everybody, hold on to your butts. You think it's getting crazy now? This is only the beginning. Things there was one day I went out, I had to come home because everywhere I went, I saw following somebody. It was just insane. Do they seem indifferent to any outcome like cosmic empire? I'm not sure what you're getting at there. You can't fix stupid. No, you can't. I see dumb people. Yeah, I see them too. See a lot of them lately. I got to talking. But no, that I usually the spirit ones that I see following people are usually like family or somebody that's had a problem with the person they're following. A lot of times it's like unfinished business, good or bad. I know there's been a couple times where the person being followed by another spirit, by a spirit of a human or a person at one time, I could tell that they were involved in something bad. The demons, I've seen angels. In fact, a while back, and I've seen them a couple times since. There's an old couple that comes into the Kroger up there, and they always seem to come in when I'm there. And there's this beautiful, it's not like a black, it's like a gray shadow. And it's got it, and when they walk in, they're always walking side by side. You could tell they've been together forever, and there's love there. And the thing that's with them is like it's protecting them. And you can feel it's good, warm. And then I've seen some pretty ugly things too. Usually I don't get bothered. Now, there was one night that I had a shadow come down in front of me during stream with Gemma and Laura. But that was something showing off for Gemma. But it was sad because she didn't see it happen at the time. Oh, Ghost, it sucks. You're strong. You know the good, bad. And I know, but I've been fooled too. I have been fooled. See, that's the thing. I don't interact unless I have to because people look at you funny. I swear I feel like sometimes something's following me. Maybe it's just the bipolar and depression. Or maybe that's the cause of your bipolar depression. Think about that. I've been fooled before. Believe me. But see, that's the thing. I don't interact unless I have to. And with them, with the beings that fall into people, usually it's me trying to tell somebody, hey, man, you got something bad. Now, I've had good and bad reactions. No else should. You can get fooled easy, That's what cracks me up every time you see these videos. Oh, it's a little girl or it's a little boy. Man, that's not what that is. It's just playing you, man. Everybody has their opinions because, everybody sees things differently. Even I admit that. It's funny, like, I don't know if some of the new people knew this. I went and visited Gemma up in Jersey, and we were driving around with her family. And I was literally going, "Do you see that? Do you see that?" And she's like, "Yeah." Because sometimes I see them out by themselves. Now, she sees more of that stuff than I do. But when I was with her, man, I was seeing stuff that I didn't usually don't see. You know what I'm saying? So our energies together was kind of heightened mine because she's a lot stronger than she realizes. And she's good at what she does. I mean, I don't think she's had too many readings wrong. And she tries really good about keeping them specific to the person or people. Because I know people that come in and watch her oracle readings and don't take a card because they find something within all those readings that resonate with them. I don't see anything. Let's say some people don't. I've seen a few cryptids. I've seen my share of rakes, a lot of rakes. I've seen some pretty gruesome. Seen a couple demons. I mean, actual demons, not just shadow versions of them. I mean, I've actually experienced. Well, I still think the Hat Man I saw was a demon, and then the demon at the apartment complex. And that thing was pure vile. That was pure evil. That was just straight from hell. And it wanted that kid bad, and it wanted that kid really bad. Well, I couldn't call him a kid. He was in his 20s. Yeah, she is spot on. You'd be surprised. I mean, yeah, sometimes she may not get it all right. She does a real good job of picking up people over online, and it amazes me. And, there's a lot of women out there do it. Now, tarot cards are a whole different ballgame. People don't, and I thought I still say she'd use tarot cards, she'd probably nail it too. But she likes those oracles. She's really good with the oracle stuff. Those cards, she really don't need the cards, to be honest. But I think the card's a good guide for her. But that's just my opinion. House with frankincense and burn sage. I tell people to do that, but I also suggest getting your house blessed too. Go for the whole go. Go for it all. You play every trick in your handbook. I don't think Dad knows, but for years, I went and bought sea salt and lined the whole property, blessed the property, and lined the property because we're so close to the cemetery. You don't know who's all married down there. Now, I've only had maybe a few experiences down at the cemetery, but I've had friends that I was with that had experiences, and then they blame it on me. But my biggest experience down there was when I was young and my hair turned white. Cleansed your homes last week. That's good. Yeah, I do it about every 2 or 3 months. But like I said, I'm pretty protective of the house, especially with him being 90. My mom is literally buried right down in the cemetery down there. I mean, he literally can walk to go see her. You can bless your own house. Yes, you can. If you've been baptized, you can. You didn't know that? Yeah. If you've been baptized, and have true faith, yes, you can bless your own house. You can actually create your own. Well, the Catholics will tell you different, but you can actually, if you're very religious, very strong in your faith, you can bless your own water too. A lot of people don't know that, but you got to be strong in your faith. You're not a Christian. That's okay. I've been baptized. Yeah. See, if you've been baptized, you can. They don't tell you that if you're Catholic. They want you to go get it. Then I've done that too. I mean, I have St. Michael's right up the top of the street. So, Miss Gemma, I would 100% before anyone else. Yeah, she does. She's got talent. I practiced pagan path of almost 40 years. Really, Mike? Is that true? Are you being serious? I mean, I don't have a problem with it. If it works for you, I have no problem. I mean, that's between you and whoever you're dealing with. I know everybody has I am really, and it works for you, and it keeps you content, right? That's good. I mean, the preacher side of me, because see, I almost became a preacher. I probably would have told you, yeah, you can't live like that. But I've seen a lot of good things. You know, I've been to Buddhists. I've been around Buddhists. I've been around all these people, and I don't knock other religions. As far as I'm concerned, if you're true in your faith, it all leads to the same place. I'm a Celtic Christian, strong on the Druid path. Okay. And see, we're Viking faith. I'm of Viking descent, Dixon Doe, so I understand it's kind of that kind of faith line. Oh, me too. I wish I could do tarot cards. I was always I was fascinated with tarot cards, but I kind of like the feel you get from oracle cards because there's a little more room to widen your reading. Yeah, Vikings. Yeah, I don't know. We have kind of a rough heritage, but yeah, I'm of Viking descent, from what I understand. And then we kind of came a mixed race after that. But that from what I gathered, that's for Vikings at heart. These are my views. Yeah, I have no problem with them, dude. I know, like I said, I'm pretty open minded. I'm open minded when it comes to faith because as long as somebody has faith, they can do anything. Now, our diehard Christian would tell you only faith in Christ would give you that kind of strength. But I think any faith, good, positive faith, can achieve wondrous things. Tarot Oracle, I would love to read them. Oh, really? You talk to Gemma. Tarot cards, it's more of just knowing what the cards are, and then going from that to learning how to read the person. The Oracle's basically the same thing. You just pull a card. Now she does personals. Lulu Bell, have you ever had a personal done? Gemma Jade's doing $20 personals. She could do a personal for you, and you can get a feel of Oracle card reading. So I think she does 4 or 5 cards. Man, she nails it. Here's her. If you don't have her email, here, email her. Yeah, she's doing $20 readings. They're worth just checking out if you got it. Oh yeah, she's nailed me a couple times. In fact, that's kind of how we got to talking. I used to go into her and Steve's chat all the time. I followed her before she even started going. I was following Gemma before she even started, streaming and working with Steve. I stumbled across her like on her second video, and kind of followed her, ghosting her over her years. And I freaked out when they both were like, we're going to do a stream. I'm like, oh, cool. And she did her personal reading for me. So my hands are really bad because I get all the years of rocking and shaking and trembling. They're kind of toll on me. So some days my hands are not the best. So instead of emailing her what I thought of my reading, I just sent her a video. And she freaked out. She was like, that's so cool. Thank you so much. And we became friends after that. Been talking ever since. She's good, though. She knows her stuff. She's smart as a whip. So, Gemma, if you're listening, I'm working you up there, babe. Hat tip. Hey, Loretta. You have to forgive me. I have problems with R's. So, it's that Ohio thing. Actually, it's because I started following her with Stockton, yeah, and Bill. Well, she was right. See, I knew she had brought up when she was doing her crime stuff. that she had hinted, she had said something about writing for Steve and Bill, writing for Bill. And then I was shocked when all of a sudden we're going to start doing this together. You know, Steve may not like this, but Stockton has to give Gemma credit because he was never going to show his face. If it went for her talking him into actually coming into stream, I mean, that made his ego go. Man, he took off like a firecracker. But he has that voice. Oh, you're an Ohio native? I am. I'm a Central Ohio. I'm a mid-state Buckeye. I'm not a OSU fan, but yeah, I'm a Buckeye. I was raised and born right here in just on the suburb of Columbus. There's an accent there. Yeah. Yes, we have this Ohio accent. We don't do too good with W's and R's. Yeah. Do some really good ones. Follow your intentions. Yeah. There's some great cards out there, man. Gemma's got some great decks. I've been trying to find more dragon decks. You all got some big deer in Ohio. Yes, in fact, I bet if I took the camera outside, we'd probably have like 4 or 5 walking down the street now. They come out of the cemetery. See, I'm 3 houses away from the cemetery. Literally just 3 quick steps and I'm in the cemetery. And behind that cemetery is nothing but forest, then the old Tangi River. No accent here in Cincy? No at all. Not at all. No accent down there, not at all. You have a degree from you of Cincy? I don't. I think Chris does, don't you? Oh, you have you do? University of Cincinnati? Jarvis is a Cincy guy. I lived down there in Coleraine for a while, for about a year, running a bonanza restaurant in Harrison, Ohio, right there on the border. No, I went to Ohio State. Oh, yeah, you did, didn't you? You poor man. I mean, you still paying that off? I went to Columbus State. What happened was I went to Bonanza, finally quit because I got screwed. Not by John. John was the best guy I ever worked for, but one of his partners screwed me. And came back up here and got a job working for Airwaves. I was a job I wanted to do because I love screen printing. And that's what I was. I was a screen printer, textile printer for a company called Airwaves. We made transfers. It was a great job. That job I loved. Oh, I loved the restaurant business too. But man, Airwaves, it kept you on your toes. Being a screen printer, and you never have the same problems once. Maybe twice is very rare. Oh, Boston. Yeah, the Boston accent. Dogs where they work. I ran a Thai restaurant in Austin. Oh, wow, cool. I love LA accent. I love Arkansas. That's funny. New Hampshire. I got company, so I got to step off. Oh, go enjoy your company, Cindy Lee. You take care. You have a good night. I may be streaming tomorrow at 8. I'm not sure, folks, but I think I will. I think Miss Pixie Laura's is not feeling the best. So I may just step in for an hour at 8 o'clock. I know a couple people are streaming at 9, so I want to make sure I'm off before they come on. There's a lot of good people that stream, and I want to make sure they get their views. You have a good night, Cindy. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night or somewhere in chat during the day somewhere. Where I usually come in when I take breaks and turn on YouTube and see who's streaming or watch what I figure out to watch. And then I go back out to work. You have a good one, Mama Cindy. Mama Cindy Lee. And I'll see you somewhere on the flip side. Mike is your cousin. That's funny. I was wondering if somebody was going to ask. Oh, good night, Russell. You have a wonderful night. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. You have a good day tomorrow. Like I said, I may be here tomorrow night at 8. I don't know who's all streaming tomorrow. I'm going to kind of check it. I try to check it out. That's why I try to make my streams late. One, I don't sleep the greatest because I'm always in motion. And two, I try to, that way people who are streaming, I mean, I think the only person other than me that streams on midnight over the weekend is SOR. I think Paranormal Chop Shop does once in a while on Fridays. So I try not to interfere with them too much. Sonny's a good guy, so if you guys ever get to check out Paranormal Chop Shop, go check him out. Fun guys, he's a good guy. It's just a fun stream too. And then you got, Michigan Sightings and all of them. And Mike, Long Island. This noise from But Miss Lewis thought, yeah, she was having a rough day today. Miss Dixie was having a hard day. Man, part of life. I keep her in my thoughts too. But like I said, if she doesn't stream tomorrow, I will be here. When she streams, I'll try to let her get used to being on her own. I'm pretty much the only reason I'm there is just to kind of watch the background, get her in, get her out. Kind of help her with the chat. I can't even read that. The chat he gave at that. That sounds like I talk all the time. It's funny. When I was young, I went to Japan, Tokyo. I had relatives there that lived there. And they talked too fast for me. I couldn't pick up the language if I wanted to. And it took me a while just to pick up a few words. Now I don't even know if I can talk any other language because of my stuttering. I have bad days where I'll stutter all day. That's why there's nights with Gemma going Oracle. I don't say much because I'm having issues. That one night, Chris, you saw that night. I was having a rough time that night. I didn't realize I was that bad until I went back and watched. I was like, holy cow, dude. And she even said, you didn't have to be on. I said, and I enjoyed being there with her. That guy flew in, took a red-eye flight back from Kansas so I could stream with her. We kind of need each other sometimes. I'm not in chat very much, usually on UFO sites. Hey, that's all right. I appreciate you coming in and talking. Not that easy to run the live broadcast. Actually, it's not that bad doing this. I think once I get a little better at it, I am still talking about once I can get her through what she's going through and get her when she gets settled back in, because things change. Hey, there's Andrew. I just asked about you, good man. I hope you're well. I'd like to get her to start carrying over videos. She can put her log when she makes a video for YouTube. She can dump it on Rumble and maybe a couple other sites to get her name out there. I'm thinking I have an actual account on Rumble. I'm going to start doing a couple personal videos on that so I can speak a little more freely about some of the stuff that I'm into. I have a hard time talking about some of the stuff I'm into here because a lot of it's about history and, things that they don't like to talk about here. So with that, you have to be pretty kind of censored. So I'm thinking of going over to Rumble and doing personal videos over there. And then I may live stream. Once I get it, you have to have a certain build up before you can live stream. Then I'm going to start live stream and see how it does over there. And then when we get her comfortable, get her to live stream on YouTube and Rumble at the same time. Because actually on Rumble, she gets to keep almost all of her. In fact, I think she gets all of her tips. That's another things, folks. If you guys can tip, PayPal, anything that helps her channel, helps her grow, that's awesomely appreciated. So, Andrew, what have you been saying? Because I've been gabbing. Been busy running around, okay? Yeah, I've been thinking about you, bud. Been busy on home time, too. Been busy and on home time. Good. I hope you're okay and doing well. Yeah, I was. I have been thinking about you, man. I hadn't seen you for a while. You go, goes, do what you feel. I always do what I feel. I'm a little bit more reserved with Gemma because I like Gemma. But yeah, I speak my mind when I want to, believe me. And I do what I want to. If people don't like it, hey, I'm sorry. You know where the door is at. Which I miss fixing it. I got a set of oak wood and oh, did you really? Like Merlite runes? That's cool. Wood oak wood. I can talk. Did you guys see the stones, gems, whatever you want to call them, the stones that Gemma got this week? She got a really pretty yellow one. That thing's nice. It's got a nice shape to it. I'm still learning all those stones, and some of those names I couldn't say if I wanted to. The oak wood set came directly from my island. Oh, my ex, her grandfather that we went and visited out in Colorado for our honeymoon. He was at Pearl Harbor, and he was a very big colonel at the time there when it happened. Anyways, he knew the ambassador of Hawaii, and he had furniture that they gave him this beautiful. It's like a cherry, some wood from Hawaii. Oh, this stuff is beautiful. A whole dining room set. I have a table which he's holding for me to when I get my own place. It's like a little coffee table. Actually, it was such a big table, but they got almost destroyed during Pearl Harbor. So they made it like a coffee table, and I guess they're worth money. He also was there when they raided Hitler's house. They have their dishes. Like, what are you doing with Hitler's dishes? But apparently, somebody now in the family has Hitler's dishes. Yeah, that movie, The Monument Man, he was actually there when that so-called actually happened. I watched 2 reviewers. I saw them shutting down because YouTube is taking subs away and making them do mandatory shorts, which nobody. Yes, to compete with. There's a big problem with that. I am concerned about YouTube and the direction they're taking because they're forcing you to do stuff. They're taking more of your money. If you want your name to be more prominent in the algorithm, you could pay them $200 a month, I think, or something like that. It's just BS. Hey, YouTube, I'm just being honest. But she's established herself here, and a lot of people have. So you kind of want to be faithful to the place that you got your name. But at the same time, yeah, that doesn't hurt to kind of support all tech, and that means like Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, Tumblr, all of them. It's always good to have backup, especially. Therefore, some people, oh yeah, you're going to see over the years that YouTube will eventually become like our streaming service. I have Prime YouTube or YouTube Premium. I don't mind paying for it, and it keeps the commercials out. And you get a little bit of benefits out of it. But then they're going to start diamond nickel everybody, man. It's going to get, I'm telling you, it's only going to get worse. Ghosting everyone. I wasn't saying good. Leave Miss Jim. I was saying, do you? Oh, yeah, I know what you were saying. You're good, Shelly. You're all good, Shelly. I'm just trying to keep up. Therefore, yeah, they are forcing people. YouTube shut me off for using an ad block. Turned it off for, yeah. If they catch you using it, they'll shut you down. There's no doubt about that. I just got shut down. No, you didn't, Shelly. You're fine. AK, really? There he is. We were just talking about you. We kind of missed you. Can't stay. Just wanted to say hello. If you all don't mind, please say a quicker prayer for my dad who passed away the other day. Oh, man. I will keep you in my thoughts, man. I promise. Bless you, man. And if you need anything, just yell. We're here. We're with you. I'll keep you in my thoughts. And your dad, yeah, my dad's 90. He's getting to the point where I kind of watch him. He's sleeping a lot more. He's been sick. So, yeah. I mean, he's spiky. He's liable to outlive me, but you never know. So, yes, I'm with you. I'm going to say, young man, AK, we got you covered, bud. And blessings to your family. We'll keep you in our thoughts. I wonder why we hadn't seen you for a while, man. We were just talking about you. See, I'm not streaming both nights on Friday and Saturdays right now, so Gemma's replays will be on the nights that she's not doing Oracle. So if she does Oracle this Friday, I will be on Saturday night with Gemma's replay. And then the next week after that, I will be on Gemma's replay on Friday night, and she'll be streaming Oracle Saturday night. And then Wednesdays and probably Thursdays, depending on Pixie, Laura, back. Thank you all. Blessings. No, blessings to you, my good man. If you were here, we'd all bring you food. You talk food to us over the weekend. Come in talking about what you were cooking. We would bring it for you if we were closer. Hey, Long Island Bigfoot, how you doing, good sir? How you doing? Yeah, had a good night. I caught some of that premiere. Man, that place is beautiful. I love heights. I'm not afraid of heights. I would have stood right there with you. Not afraid of heights. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful area. You guys have a lot of luck there. Did you get anything good, I should say? I see. Been running around. I've been trying to catch everybody in and out in streams. So I don't only watch paranormal and Bigfoot streams. I like other streams too. Newsy. Not really happy with politics now, but I like to keep up. It was productive, good. That's what counts. But the place looked beautiful, dude. Trying to catch up on chat here. I stopped in. Appreciate it, man. It's like a 270-foot waterfall. Yeah, there was one in Colorado when we were up in the Rockies. That thing was way up there. I think it was probably about that. It was pretty high. I'm not really good on that stuff. But yeah, I sat on the edge of it for a good 2 hours and just kind of chilled. My ex kept telling me, come on, let's go. And I go, no, man, I'm in heaven right now. Leave me alone. But her grandparents, Mike, lived in Estes Park where the Stanley Hotel's at. Her grandfather my ex's grandfather was a colonel in the Army. When he retired there. They had a great big flood. So he built he paid to have their water plant rebuilt and everything. And so everywhere we went there for our honeymoon, everywhere we went, we ate for free. We stayed in the Stanley Hotel. Everything was great. We even stayed in the haunted room. The ex didn't stay the night. We ended up having to change rooms. She freaked out. It got pretty freaky. I wish I had cameras and cords because we heard all kinds of crazy crap. And we were it was off season, so it was pretty much the hotel. There was like only a couple other guests. We had pretty much the whole place to ourselves. It's a beautiful place. Estes Park is beautiful. Yeah, if I find the pictures, I'll bring them in and show them and post them one time. But yeah, if I go anywhere, I love the water. I'd hang around the ocean, but I'm a mountain guy. Go find me a good lake somewhere in the middle of the mountains. I'm content. If I can live and survive out of that, I'm good. Yeah, I bet that was a beautiful sunrise. It looked like it was. I had to get out of there just as you were doing that. Yeah, but that place was beautiful. Oh, I love and Appalachians. I've done some time up in the Appalachians too. In fact, I have family down in the lower Appalachians, around in Kentucky and Tennessee, Pennsylvania. It's okay. I got more for y'all. I was up that way for a few days. That's cool. Cool. That was some good footage too. You're covered in goosebumps just thinking about staying at the Stanley. The Stanley Hotel was great. I loved it. It was nice because we sat at the bar where he sits at the bar in the scene. I sat there and had a Long Island iced tea. Place is cool. They have an actual Stanley steamer car sitting in the lobby. It's gold plated, and then the gold plated. Did Stanley serve you? I wish, but I'm telling you what. At night, that place is creepy. I don't know. A lot of people watch, go to watch Zach and all them, and Ghost Hunters. I think also went in. They have a separate barn that they keep all the mattresses in that people have died in. It's creepy. You go in that barn and it ain't nothing but mattresses and stuff from rooms where people have died. And you stand in that and they shut the door on me and the ex. She freaked out, but man, you could hear like whispers and talking. It was creepy. But it was nice because we got like a free mini tour all by ourselves. They took us all over down in the underneath the hotel. There's a employee pass and limestone because it's all sitting on limestone. I just barbecued some silly stuff on the channels. Nothing special. I was just out that way in Colorado in Wiggins, right there at the exit to the. Yeah, there you go. There's a truck stop there. BP truck stop. Actually, I know where that's at. Actually, I do know where it's at. We went out for our honeymoon, and then we went out every time one of the kids was born. We took them out to see him. Giles was the last one he got to see. Well, I only had 3 kids, but he passed. The colonel passed not much after he got to see Giles. That's why he's named Giles. He was named after the colonel. He was, and they're actually their last name's Gear. Everybody know Richard Gere. They're actual distant relatives. But yeah, he was a diehard military man, true soldier, true blue soldier. I mean, patriot to the end, and he was a patriot. He worked in the Signal Corps. He was a guy. He was a colonel there. He was there overseeing everything. It was blacked out that went out. He came in. He covered all that stuff. Some of the stories he told. He wouldn't tell a whole lot. He was a true patriot. He wouldn't talk. I tried to get him to. He kind of hinted about Maryland, hinted about Area 51 and Wright Pat. Said a lot. He said there was a lot more going on at Wright Pat than people realize, and that was in the day. That was back in the 80s. But yeah, I loved Estes Park. She had, when we went out the second time to take to see our oldest daughter, first daughter, I didn't want to leave. I actually was offered a job there in one of the restaurants down in Estes Park. I almost took it. I didn't want to leave. I loved that. I loved that area. It was beautiful. Some of the best fishing, some of the best land. Oh, my ex always said I was afraid you'd go out in that forest and never come back. And I thought it was highly possible. But yeah, Estes Park's a beautiful place. And Aspen's just on the other side of the mountains. But yeah, we go there. We went. Well, we went the money hunting, and 3 times after that. Then they went out after we got divorced. She went out one more time to bring Mimi back. That was his wife. And it was sad to see that pop to sell that place. But the people that lived there now took real good care of it. It was a neat house that sat right on the mountainside. They literally lived right in the Rockies National State Park. And then they got us. We spent 2 nights at the Stanley. We were there for 2 weeks. We spent the first 2 nights at the Stanley. Then, yes, Shelly. And then they got us a cabin inside the YMCA. The YMCA has cabins that they rent, a real nice layout right inside the Rocky National Park there. And we had a nice cabin. I mean, basic cabin, but it was nice. It was nice. We stayed there for a week. I almost didn't want to leave the first time. The second time, she did have a hard time getting me to leave because I really liked it there. And we heard, when we were in the cabin, we would hear, see, I really didn't know a whole lot about Bigfoot back then, but we would hear the hoots and stuff at night. We'd also have bears, like groups of bears. It was really weird. They come in and check the trash, but one night we were sitting there, and it was like, I'd say there was about 8 bears. They don't travel well together, but they were running from something. There was no doubt they were running from something. We heard hoots, what sounded like you're banging on the trees with wood. You know, back then I didn't know what was going on. My ex was like, I don't know what's going on. Stay in the cabin. But now I know what was going on. They were running for something. I love hearing about the Mothman and Dog. Now, see, Dogman I knew about. Now, see, I have personally, and I'm pretty sure that's what this was a werewolf. It wasn't a Dogman. It was a werewolf. This thing was sad. And it was a female. And the sad thing is, 3 of us took pictures of it. Me and the other guy's pictures didn't come out. But this one guy who got a good, solid picture of it, he freaked out when he looked at the picture. He said, I'm cursed. I'm not. He let the other guy see it, but he wouldn't show it to me. And then he broke his phone because he kept saying that he was going to be cursed. And it freaked him. This is a guy that's like a burly, I'm a manly man guy. Man, he freaked. I've never seen him freak like he did. The only time I've seen him freak like that is he doesn't like heights. And I made him get in Kings Island. That thing goes real high and spins you around. He freaked out. It was worse than that. And we don't even talk anymore. It pissed me off because I would have loved to have had that picture and seen it. But the guy that saw it said there was definitely a hairy creature with boobs standing on the other side of that fire. And it wasn't growling at us, more like moaning, and it looked sad. And it was definitely a female. It looked at us kind of, and we all took our pictures, tried to take pictures real fast, and it was gone. It was like a hill that went down. I'll never forget. That was a freak because I was pissed because he wouldn't let me see the picture. Well, send it to me. I kept saying, send me the picture. Just send me the picture. And he broke his phone. The next morning, he literally took a hammer to his phone. He said he had nightmares all that night. But I know guys up from Michigan that, not just the guys in this area, in this YouTube thing. I actually know personal friends that have Dogman encounters up in Michigan. Now the Mothman's just out here. I've been there at Pleasance once. It's a neat place. Kind of creepy. Over by the TNT places are kind of creepy. Now I can't say if I've seen a Bigfoot because I've had a couple sightings, but I'm reluctant to say, oh, that was a Bigfoot. But the last one I had, it looked like it was we have what we call the grass man here. And he literally puts grass in his fur. And it looked like a guy in a gunny suit. It was probably it was a big guy. If it was a guy in a gunny suit, he was probably about 6-7 foot tall, 6.5, 7 foot tall. Moved quick. I mean, he literally moved right in front of my cabin just at dusk. I tried to follow it, but he ran down a steep incline at the cabin. But it was like fall, so I couldn't find any footprints. It was the floor was just covered in leaves, but you could see the leaves where he plowed through. So the next night I put a camera out, didn't catch a thing. I'll be with him for the rest of his life. What cracks me up is people run into the buffalo and bears. Oh yeah, what are with people thinking about that stuff? Now I've seen tons of footage lately, and it's really bad lately. It's like people don't wake up, dude. Those things will plow you down. I've watched a buffalo plow a guy down. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. Oh, heck, dude, you see what it does to a person. They can mess you up. It's like watching a regular bull tear a guy up. And they're nothing but, they're like a freight train coming at you. When they hit that guy, when I saw it hit that guy, man, that guy just, I know he there's no way. They clear this out real fast. But that these people don't stop and think. There's like this one video I saw. There's a bear family crossing the road, and people were actually really cool, stopping and make sure they had plenty of room so she could get through with her cubs, cross the road with her cubs. And that's one situation you don't want to mess with is a mama and her cubs. And buffalo, all animals are pretty much protective of the young. But yeah, I would have loved to see the moth. I'm trying to go through chat here. What time we got here? Oh, we got 15 minutes left. Yeah. If you can see right from. I'm just trying to go back and see if I missed anything. Man, we're having a good time tonight. We got about 14 minutes left. It's till midnight. And then I'll be back, like I said, tomorrow night, probably, most likely. And then Friday night at 7:15, Gemma's replay. Gemma's Oracle at 7:15. If you guys can try to get your names on the list by 10, I'd appreciate it. Makes it a little easier for me, and that way she can get done in time to get the kid to bed and everything. And then Saturday night, I'll stream at midnight for Gemma's replay. Since we only did one video last week, I got 14 and probably 15 to do. We'll do the first one and then see about the second one because we all got to gabbing after the first one. That was a good time. When we gabbed until like 3 o'clock in the morning, it was nice. And then I turned around and paced for almost an hour and a half afterwards. Cleaned house. It's hard for me to sleep. I'm glad you're doing good, Andrew. Yeah, you've been on my mind lately, so I was wondering if you were good. I figured you were working hard. Anybody else have anything they want to bring up before we call it a night in the last 10 minutes or so here? Any questions? Any comments? Any insults? I do put the insult pretty good. I can take a good insult. Just like get you. Just kidding. Now my son would always say, "Oh, Dad, you're too old. You can't get me." And I said, "You don't want me to get you because once I get you, I ain't letting you go." Nobody's playing with the hearts. I don't deserve hearts tonight. I tell you, I went into one chat and Mike's chat tonight. Everybody was playing with them. No one somewhere when they first tried it. It's really weird because like everybody had them for a while and then they disappeared. And now they're bringing them back again. Got to be like a TikTok. Yeah, it's what's killing YouTube is now they're trying to compete. I know there for a couple times when she got monetized, it was about me talking about Rumble. I can guarantee it. Now there were some people that were being kind of jerks too, but that's all right. I can deal with that. Yeah, I'm getting ready to call it a night too, Mike. Mr. J, you have a blessed night too. Have a wonderful day tomorrow. If I see you tomorrow at 8, I'll see you tomorrow at night. If not, have a wonderful one. And hopefully we'll see you for Oracles on Friday. You take care of yourself. This has been really nice. I enjoyed myself. Thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome. When I do these streams, when I do them by myself, see, I don't get to talk a whole lot with them with Gemma, because she's a rambler, and that's why I like being with her. I love listening to her talk. But this is why I do these streams, so everybody can hang out and kind of. I know, the world's crazy, and it's not too crazy here. I just like to have everybody come in and just chill and talk about. I try to keep it paranormal as much as possible. But, I try to leave the field open for everything. Like we just saw us talking about cartoons and movies. We've talked about music, video games, Dungeons and Dragons. And by the way, Chris, I'm still checking out that thing you gave me too. Thank you. So, yeah, we just kind of keep an open forum here. I try to keep it on the spooky side. Now that we're in October, I'll try to do my best to keep it a little more on the spooky side. But thank you I guess we'll just go ahead and wrap her up for the night. I thank everybody for coming in. I really do. I'm glad everybody had a good time. And I appreciate the good comments. Yeah, just make sure you leave a comment. Hit the like. I appreciate it. Like I said, be here probably tomorrow at 8. I'm going to kind of leave that open because if there's other people streaming like Mike or anybody else streaming tomorrow night, I want to make sure they get their views. But I may, I'm nothing big. People kind of come and go. Sometimes they don't always like the topic. So I'll probably still stream. I don't push for views. More or less trying to keep her algorithm going and keep her on the scopes is why we do what we do here. And leave it open for everybody. Give everybody a taste of everything. But tomorrow, 8 o'clock, me, I guess. Friday night at 7:15, Gemma and intuitive card readings. 1 card. And then Saturday night, midnight, will be me again for Gemma replay. Then Monday, she'll have a premiere. She told me what it was, and God forgive me, I forgot. But she'll have it posted here pretty soon. She's been on a good roll on those too. And then she'll have a premiere. And then she's talking about streaming every Tuesday. So we'll have to see about that. Afternoon talks on every Tuesday. So keep your fingers crossed on that one because I enjoy our time. Sometimes it starts off a little slow, but once we get going, now and then the hour goes super fast. But she can only do an hour during the day because she's a busy woman. So everybody have a wonderful night. Bless y'all. Have a wonderful night and pleasant day tomorrow. And hopefully I'll see you in the evening. And if I don't see you tomorrow night, hopefully we'll see you Friday night for oracles. And God bless y'all. Be happy. Be merry. And I guess I'll see y'all on the flip side. Please take care, everybody, and have a wonderful night. And I'll talk to you soon.